I would like to talk about a very serious issue. By now, you've heard of the tragic slaughter of 6 hostages by Hamas. And the reaction in Israel is demanding a ceasefire and get the hostages home. Well, we want the hostages home. And Hamas only slaughtered those hostages when they were close enough to rescue them. But Hamas was sort of standing in their way and slaughtered them and ran like the cowards they are. Okay? Anytime there's a war, especially a war to eliminate a terrorist, vicious group like Hamas, which is an arm of Iran, okay, who has vowed numerous times that Israel is the little demon or Satan, and America is the greater Satan. Okay. Now they're outraged. Of course they're outraged. I'm heartsick. I'm heartsick too. But we knew what Hamas was after October 7th. Hello? Anybody home? People think we're dealing with people that have American values or Israeli values, okay? And they think that Hamas functions on that morality, okay? That Hamas is equal to them. Hostage, that's a negotiate. Let's negotiate some kind of a deal. They don't want a deal. They want power. They want power to create murder and slaughter and terror. That's their function. That's at the core of their very being. You cannot espouse Western values on a group like this. You can't. You can't any more than you could uh, give those same values to the Japanese Empire during World War II. Okay? And while there were Americans slaughtered, like Israelis were slaughtered, okay? Now, they called and Americans were slaughtered on 9/11. Yes. We were outraged and we went to go after them. Do you think that President Bush would be pressured? Don't. People are getting killed. Please, let's negotiate some kind of hostage taking. When you take hostages, okay, you're basically using human beings as human shields, as negotiating chips. When a bank robber goes into a bank and is trapped, and take hostages, right? They have demands. I demand safe passage out of here with a car and no police around, and have there be a helicopter waiting for me. If you do that, I will release the hostages. So any hostage taking, there's a goal upon the release of hostages. However, in the case of Hamas, they started it. They started it by human slaughter of 1,400 people. Now, in the immediate time after that horrible slaughter, every Israeli, every American was on board with Benjamin Netanyahu eliminate Hamas. And and I have been watching Hamas activity since 2005. So we're talking four, 19 years ago, almost 20. In 2005, Hamas took over the Gaza Strip and fought against it, and they commandeered hospitals and schools as their weapon launching sites, and they would use their own people as human shields. No differently than Syria did. Remember Syria? He slaughtered their own people. Okay, and Hamas uses their own people as human shields. Is that an honorable group that you want to reach some kind of negotiation with to bring them level to level with you? They're not like this. They're this, and they're looking up at you, but they are looking down at you. While so in reality, okay, never mind, never mind. Okay, that was now since that wasn't working. Okay, forget it, scratch it, reverse it. Okay, now these people protesting in Israel, and see, here's the difference between Israeli protest and American protest, especially on the left. Now, these are supposedly on the left side of Israeli population, and the left side of American. The left side of Americans are violent, they're vicious, they curse, they burn the American flag, they burn the Israeli flag, they hate their own country, while the left on Israel's side, they're peaceful. Oh, and the left side of America, they burn the cities down and call that mostly peaceful. So where's the violence? Okay, so it's mostly peaceful, but we're seeing the minority of that, the miniature of that. If it's mostly peaceful, then it's small amount is violence. Well, it's the violence we're looking at. Okay, but even besides that, they want a ceasefire. which Hamas did until October 7th. A ceasefire was already in place October 6th. They broke the ceasefire. Now, if you if you allow a ceasefire, they will regroup and not only repeat October 7th, but repeat what just happened with the 6 hostages. You want more bloodshed on your hands, you people demanding a ceasefire, because you people demanding a ceasefire, there'll be blood on your hands, not Benjamin Netanyahu's. Your hands, Israelis, your hands, demanding a ceasefire, because the government will succumb to that. They'll give a ceasefire, and no time after that, there'll be more bloodshed, more murders. So if you do a ceasefire now and let Hamas regroup to create another October 7th, then all that work that they've been doing since October 7th will be in vain. It'll be in vain. All that work, all that progress of eliminating Hamas will be in vain, because they will regroup, they'll grow and get even stronger. And another October 7th will happen. And then where will you people be? Idiots. I tell you, idiots. These people got no connecting brain cells. They can't see the bigger picture. They forget what happened on October 7th. What happened with the 6 slaughtered. They don't think. Multiply that by 13, 15, 18, whatever. And you will get the scope of what happened on October 7th. If you're outraged now about those 6 deaths, why aren't you outraged about the 1,400 that were slaughtered in the exact same way, if not worse? Use your brain that God gave you. A ceasefire is counterproductive and suicide. A 5th grader could understand that. Someone with my intelligence understand that. I hope there are others who understand that. But that's why I want to speak about this, because I don't think there are anybody who really understands that. With all these protests going on about a ceasefire, shut up about the ceasefire. Stop it. Put a, put a, I don't know, put a towel in that mouth. Can't think of anything else to say. Just put a sock in. That was what I was trying to say. Put a sock in it. Put a sock into that mouth of yours. Shut up about a ceasefire. That's what they want. That's why they're holding the hostages, so they can eliminate the state of Israel. October 7th was the very beginning of the slaughter of the entire state of Israel. That's their charter. That was supposed to be the beginning. And that's why they took hostages, so that they can guarantee to be able to continue to eliminate the state of Israel? Why do you think they negotiated with known terrorists that were jailed? Because they need more manpower with their comrades in jail. And you know, there's power in numbers. So they feel attacked. So they say, I'll release so many hostages if you'll release more of our people that you have in jail, so that we have more manpower again and we can continue to fight you until you're defeated, and Israel, you are gone. No more Israel, no more Christian tourism, no more anything. Okay? Use your brain. What have we been going through these past several months to defeat ISIS? Not to murder Palestinians, because it's ISIS, not ISIS. They're like ISIS, I guess, you know, but Hamas. And here's a little sideline. Think about it. We have Hamas, and in the Purim story, we have the Prime Minister Haman, who wanted to murder the Jews. Ha! Interesting comparison, right? We have Hamas that wants to destroy Israel and eliminate the Jews. And we have the Prime Minister Haman on the Purim story, who wanted to slaughter the Jews in the Purim story. Haman and Hamas. The only difference between the two words, one letter, and how it's pronounced. Haman, Hamas. Haman, Hamas. Haman, Hamas. Change the N to an S, you got a terrorist organization. You change the S to an N, you got a prime minister who wants to slaughter Jews in the Purim story. So, to wind this down, we gotta keep it on the ball. We gotta finish what we started. And Trump said it right. Get it done fast, get it done quickly. Because we don't even know if their hostage is alive. Okay, now the six were alive in the tunnel. And like I said, IDF was about to rescue them. But Hamas fighter interceded and slaughtered them and ran like the coward he is. So that he can create more urging from society to get Israel to stop, so that they can regroup and create another October 7th. So let's stop it with the ceasefire talk. It ain't going to happen. That'll be a win for Hamas and a lose-lose for Israel. Yes, you want your people back. Absolutely, you want your people back. I share that wholeheartedly. But you have to look at the bigger picture. What about the 1,400 that were slaughtered? They were alive once. You're not forcing Benjamin Netanyahu about that. Only 6 people, so that would be 1,406 now slaughtered by Hamas. Put it together. 1,400 were slaughtered October 7th. 6 were slaughtered the other day. Now the grand total is 1,406. Put it together. That's all it is. It's part of the whole picture. We add the 6 to the 1,400 that were slaughtered last year. That's what you have to do. 1,406 now. And if there are any more slaughtered, that's on them, not on our government's failure to work out a ceasefire agreement with the devil. Are you out of your mind? It's like making a deal with Hitler. Really. So please stop it with the ceasefire talk, because there was a ceasefire as of October 6th. And ever since 2005 happened, when they took over the Gaza Strip and started killing innocent civilians and issuing propaganda to make it look like Israel is a bad actor here. And that's what I heard about Camera, this organization that issues accurate goings on in Israel, separate from the propaganda that Hamas espouses and does. And ever since 2005, I knew this about Hamas. And I'm really surprised nothing has happened since then, between 2005 and October 7th. Nothing substantial happened, you know. So, eh, any that I'm aware of, anyway. So, on that note, I just had to get all that off my chest. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. In. I will see you later. Take care, guys. See you soon.